Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching the replay on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. And make sure, by the way, if you think that you're subscribed, that you are subscribed, because I keep hearing from people that they're finding themselves unsubscribed. So make sure that you are if you want to get the videos that I'm uploading on the channel. So we're going to talk about this week's collective energy, what we have going on, what to expect, and some tips for how we can best navigate the week, how we can make the best of the energy that we have going on. Now, I do want to acknowledge that we are currently in 2 retrogrades still. We're in Venus retrograde, we're in Mercury retrograde. In fact, this video is a day late. Hi, Lisa, nice to see you on here. It's a day late because, Mercury retrograde tends to be connected with or come with issues related to technology sometimes. So I'm hearing all kinds of stories from people about how their technology is freaking out in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, we couldn't make the technology happen yesterday. So I'm here today. So we have these energies that are going on. And this is very much, I've talked a lot about Venus retrograde. If you haven't caught my videos over the past 4 weeks, 5 weeks or so, make sure you go back and check those out because I explain it in much more detail and I don't want to repeat that every single week. But it's very much a 6-week period of time where it's highlighting what we need to understand in regard to relationships, in regard to finances. And I feel like it's kind of at this point, because it is wrapping up on the 29th, it's sort of all coming to a head, right? So it's helping us to understand, how we want to be, what we want to be putting our time and our energy into, what's important to us, what changes we need to make, how we want to reallocate our resources, any changes that we want to make in regard to money, that kind of stuff. So all kinds of changes that are happening, different things that are happening here with us, or it's leading us to have clarity of mind to then in the near future be able to take some action on things. So we might just be in a place right now of reflection. But, retrogrades to me are a period of reflection. They are a period of slowing down, and we are in 2 right now. We're going to be Mercury is going to be going direct on the 3rd. So, a week from today, we're going to be seeing that energy start to move forward a little bit more. You might find yourself feeling more inspired. You might find yourself feeling more able to take action, more creative, more able to just feel like you can move forward with stuff, because this energy right now is a little bit of that energy of feeling stuck in the mud and not progressing and things not moving forward. And so we're now also in Mercury retrograde, which is connected very much with, again, relationships, but also communication can tend to be a challenge during this time. There tends to be just a lot of little things that seem to go wrong or seem to be challenging for us during this period of time. But again, it's meant to help highlight certain things for us. So I would ask yourself, what's showing up for me? What do I need to understand about this? How would I like to do things differently? What changes do I need to be making? All of that kind of stuff. We also need to be listen to your body, of course, listen to how you're feeling called to navigate all of this. But I think for a lot of us are feeling really tired. A lot of us are feeling like we're needing more rest. We're needing more time for meditation and reflection and just more time in our own energy, that kind of stuff, because that is what retrogrades are. So I've been saying to people a lot, especially this week, give yourself some grace if you're not necessarily getting the things done that you'd like to get done, or you're not getting as much done as you'd like to get done. I was talking in my video last week about how we tend to value the masculine energy, which is more action-oriented, more goal-focused, more focused on achievement, that kind of stuff. But I think we also have to honor this feminine energy, which is more flow and more, there are going to be time periods where we're going to slow down and we need to reflect more and we need to not be as busy and we need to not carry as much responsibility, and other times when we're going to be more driven and when we're going to be progressing forward. So that's going to be where we're moving in next week. Hi, Crystal. Nice to see you on here. So that's where we're going to be moving. So know that that's coming. But when I was connecting with the energy and asking, like, what do I need to share here? The very clear message that I got was, you're almost there. And that's something that I'm supposed to share with you guys. And what I was shown was these situations in my life where I felt like I was waiting forever. I felt like I was waiting for years on certain things to come together, and then they finally did. And so it's very much that energy. And I think for some of you, it's just thinking about those circumstances in your own life where you've been feeling that way, where you're like, oh my gosh, like, I know this is the direction I'm supposed to go. I know that this is what I want. I know this is what I'm working toward, but it's just not happening. And there can be a lot of that frustration, but there is that message of that you're almost there. You're almost to the finish line, and things are going to be happening and moving and manifesting. So hold some excitement about that. Let yourself maybe be recharged by that message, because I felt like that was a really important message. We're now in Aquarius season, and Aquarius season to me really inspires us to see things from different perspectives. That's what I love about the Aquarius energy is it tends to carry with it a different way of doing things, seeing things, thinking about things. It tends to inspire us to think outside the box and also to embrace who we actually are deep down and honor that. We're all unique. We're all different. And the Aquarius energy can help inspire us to not need to fit in, to let ourselves shine in each of our own unique ways. And so I very much feel like that's a part of the energy that we have going on right now too. It is that, like I talked about with the retrogrades and everything, I do feel like communication is tough right now. You may find yourself having challenges connected with communication. And I think we want to just be trying to do our absolute best to come back to like, this is the message that I want to convey. And I want to convey that with love and, trying to like carry and hold that energy, but also understanding that it might be frustrating right now. We might not necessarily feel like we're able to connect and understand each other. So, like I said last week, a little bit of extra patience with each other, a little bit of extra love is going to go a long way, because I think that this can be really difficult right now. And we might even be in agreement with people, but still have these miscommunications that are happening right now. So I really want to encourage you guys to make the most of this energy that we have going on right now, because it is showing us, what it is that we need to do, what it is that we need to change, where it is that we need to go next. And again, you might not have the full picture. You might not have all of the answers, but it's showing us the next steps. It's showing us what we need to do. So we just kind of need to keep following those little steps, those little nudges that we're getting. And it is going to take us to where we need to go. So let this period of reflection show you the way and give you the answers. And you may not feel entirely clear yet. This is supposed to be a time where you don't necessarily feel clear, where you are working toward feeling clear and connecting with what it is that you want next. I was saying last time, it's very much an energy of like, these are the labor pains, right? We're about to give birth to some really important things in our lives. And it's so important for us to be going within and saying, what do I really want here? And, do I still want the same things that I thought that I wanted before? And allowing this process to naturally unfold, and then paying attention next week to the actions, the divine assignments that we're going to start getting to help us to put it all into action, to make it move, to help it to move forward. So it all works together, and it's this beautiful, perfect, flowing balance. And so give yourself that grace to know that it's okay if you're moving slower right now. It's okay if you're not clear on things right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And again, there's that message of you're almost there. And if it continues to align for you, if it continues to connect for you, keep going, keep moving in that direction, because you are absolutely going to get there. So let's take a look at the cards that I pulled too for this period of time, because I really feel like these cards are telling a story here today. Very, very clear. So let me start with the angel cards that I pulled. So I pulled the divine intervention card. Okay. So this to me is just that support. It says God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. And so again, this to me is really clarifying that message of understanding that we are almost there, and those prayers that are destined to be answered, those prayers that are our destiny, those prayers that we've been asking for, that we know in our soul on some level are going to develop, are going to be answered for us, are going to be answered. And there is an energy of divine intervention. And so watch for the magic, watch for the ways that things are manifesting for you, or feel like they're moving in the direction that that either you feel like they're supposed to be going in, or just even pay attention to the direction that you're moving in. Because sometimes, like, we have a sense of the direction that we're supposed to be going in, but God sees the bigger picture, and God is like, no, like, you're seeing this too small for yourself, or there's a better option available to you. So, letting ourselves be guided and letting ourselves be shown, working together with our higher power, with God, to get to where we are destined to be, to where we are wanting to be on that path that is for our highest and best good. And then we also pulled the forgiveness heals card. Okay, so again, I feel like right now, communication is tough. I feel like there's people are very stirred up. There's a lot of arguments and miscommunications happening and things like this. And the card says forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger, as is blocking your health and your happiness. Again, take advantage of this energy that we have right now that is very much built to help us to heal. Listen to what you're being shown in terms of what you need for your emotional healing, your mental healing, even your physical healing. You are being shown. So pay attention. And if you're not sure what those messages are, put that question out to the universe and see what answers come. But part of that comes through that process of forgiveness, whether that's forgiveness for yourself, whether that's forgiveness for other people. When we allow ourselves to choose forgiveness, it doesn't justify what someone has done to us. It doesn't make that okay. What that does is it sets us free. It releases us from being forever chained to that thing that happened. It's a way for us to take our power back, really. So let's take a look at the tarot cards. So we have the Nine of Swords, okay? So we may be very in our head. This is very much that retrograde energy where we're reflecting a lot, and we might find ourselves very in our head. We might be having sleepless nights or worrying about a lot of things. And this is that message of, let it be a period of reflection, but try not to go too much into the worry. Try not to put too much time and energy into that. Pay attention to the energy that you are feeding here, okay? And redirect that. So instead of allowing that to move into the direction of like worry or, really like losing sleep over things, instead taking a step back and asking questions about that. What do I need to be understanding? What do I need to be changing? What can I do differently? And part of that is really going to just happen for us here with this tower, okay? So major tower moments happening this week, major life changes. A lot of times these are changes that happen for us, but it is the universe intervening with something that maybe we felt stuck with, that we haven't, that we have felt like we weren't able to move forward and we weren't able to make changes with, or it's a way of setting us free from something that didn't have a solid foundation to begin with. Okay, so we have this tower energy, and immediately following it, like I said, these cards are really telling me a story today. Immediately following that, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, I love, like, a lot of times the Tower card will come right before the Wheel of Fortune, I've found in tarot. Because that's really what the Tower does, is it clears away those things for us that just don't align. And it might feel scary because a lot of times it comes with some pretty significant changes. But if we can flow with it, if we can roll with it and let ourselves be shown what's next for us, the Wheel of Fortune comes in, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is destiny. The Wheel of Fortune is luck changing in our favor, right? It's a shift in the energy where suddenly things start to feel like they are in your favor, and you start to understand how supported you are by the universe, and you start to see signs and evidence of that. So watching for that, I think, is pretty incredible. And then we have the World card, right? So this, to me, you can kind of see the similarities in these cards. And so to me, this World card is talking about certain cycles coming to a close, us being supported. Destiny comes in and moves some things for us. This really is like intervention. This is divine intervention here, helping us to move in the direction that we're meant to move in. So we may see the closing of particular cycles, or we might be able to release certain things in our life that we have felt like we haven't been able to release for quite some time. Or we may find that we are leveling up in certain ways because we're finding ourselves being supported by the universe. You know, we may find that we're breaking patterns, that we're breaking cycles within, you know, anything, but maybe within relationships, because we're here in this Venus retrograde energy. We may find that we're breaking relationship cycles, and we're either releasing that or we're stepping into a new phase where the patterns are different. The dynamic is different. The dance is different within the relationship. So, and I feel like it's for the better. You know, what we're moving in the direction of is for the better. So, just that support from the universe, and knowing that we're leveling up and that we're being supported as we get there. Then we have the Three of Wands. So again, this is that card for me that's saying you're almost there. It's probably hard to see, but we have this person who's standing by the water and finally seeing these ships that are coming in, finally seeing the evidence that the things that he has been manifesting are actually starting to happen. Okay, so I think that we're going to see some signs and some evidence and some concrete things starting to happen. I feel like I've been pulling that Three of Wands a lot in these weekly readings because this is where we're moving. And then the last card that we have here is the Eight of Wands. This is about all of a sudden the energy moves forward really quickly. Again, I don't know that this is going to be until after next Wednesday because we're still in this Mercury retrograde, but this is like all kinds of opportunities coming our way, all kinds of positive messages coming our way. This is about good things arriving into our experience, almost to the point that it can sometimes be overwhelming because it's so much so fast. It's like we go from like a standstill to like all these things happening, and we have to decide what most aligns for us and what we want to be putting our time and our energy into. So this is, I really love the direction that we're heading into. You know, so hang in there, make the best of this energy that we have right now. All of it, all the time, is helping to guide us and helping to lead us exactly where we're supposed to be. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I always love to hear from you in comments. It's always helpful to me to support the channel and these videos that I make by liking them, by commenting on them, by sharing them if you feel called to do that. However you feel called to support, I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.